The Beekeeper 2, Hive War, a quiet honey farm. Adam Clay, Jason Statham, lives peacefully off-grid in the countryside, tending bees and rebuilding a sense of normalcy after dismantling the corrupt organization from the first film. He's haunted by the people he lost, including his friend Eloise. But one morning, he notices something strange. A swarm of his bees dead near the hives, poisoned. The signal. Clay traces the contamination to a nearby shipment labeled with a familiar sigil, the beekeeper's insignia. He realizes someone within the secret network is targeting him. His old instincts return. He retrieves his hidden weapons, signaling that the beekeeper is back in action, a call from the past. Wallace Westwild, Josh Hutcherson, a young former operative who once trained under Clay, reaches out. He warns Clay that a new, ruthless beekeeper faction, the Black Hive, has risen from within the organization, led by Elias Crane, a former beekeeper commander believed dead. Their goal: to seize control of all beekeeper operations globally and monetize their influence. Return to the Hive. Clay travels to London to find his old contact, Director Verona, Viola Davis, now head of Global Intelligence Liaison with the Beekeepers. She reveals that the Black Hive has infiltrated world governments and is using beekeeper resources for private military gain. Verona asks for Clay's help, but warns him that going rogue again could make him a global target. The Beekeeper's Oath. Clay infiltrates a beekeeper training facility under disguise. He finds new recruits being taught twisted versions of the Beekeeper Code, prioritizing profit over protection. Clay recites the original oath under his breath. To protect the hive. To restore balance. To serve the greater good. He knows he must purge the corruption from within. The raid at Aldervale. Clay launches a brutal, surgical strike on a Black Hive data facility in Aldervale. The action is intense and clean. Silent takedowns, explosive hand-to-hand combat, and precision gunfire. He downloads files revealing Black Hives, Project Dronefire, an AI system meant to automate beekeeper missions through global surveillance. Wallace's betrayal. Wallace meets Clay in a safe house, but the meeting turns bloody. Wallace betrays him, revealing that he's aligned with Elias Crane. He believes the new order will create controlled peace through domination. Clay is captured and taken to Crane's base in a decommissioned oil rig turned fortress. Meet Elias Crane. Elias Crane, Idris Elba, hypothetical casting, is introduced, calm, intelligent, and cold. He tells Clay that the world no longer needs human beekeepers. We built a code to protect balance, Crane says, but balance requires control. He offers Clay a place in the new hive. Clay refuses. You're not the hive. You're the infection. Escape under fire. With the help of Verona's covert drone team, Clay escapes the oil rig in a high-octane nighttime sequence involving water mines and burning debris. Injured but unbroken, he vows to bring down Crane and destroy Project Dronefire before it launches. The Underground Network. Clay seeks help from old allies, retired beekeepers who live in the shadows. Among them is Marla Kent, Charlize Theron, hypothetical, a former intelligence operative. They share intel. Dronefire's launch servers are hidden beneath the Hive Vault in Zurich, the Beekeeper's original headquarters, building the counterstrike. Clay and Marla assemble a rogue unit, ex-beekeepers, hackers, and underground soldiers, to infiltrate Zurich. The sequence is reminiscent of a mission: impossible heist, detailed planning, synchronized infiltration, and more await. Clay gives the speech. We were meant to protect the hive, not own it. The Zurich operation. The infiltration begins. Clay and team breach the vault disguised as maintenance engineers. Tension mounts as they descend deeper, passing walls lined with old beekeeper symbols and surveillance tech. The deeper they go, the more they realize the hive is bigger and older than anyone imagined. Marla's sacrifice. As alarms trigger, Marla covers Clay's escape, fighting off dozens of Black Hive enforcers. She detonates charges to destroy one server room, killing herself but delaying Dronefire's activation. Clay's fury grows, vengeance merges with duty. The Dronefire countdown. Clay reaches the control core. Wallace confronts him again, now in full beekeeper tactical armor. They battle in a raw, close-quarters fight, a test of ideology and loyalty. Clay defeats him, sparing his life, saying, "You can't build order on obedience." Crane's final gambit. Crane activates Dronefire remotely, spreading control nodes worldwide. He taunts Clay over comms. "Even if you kill me, the Hive obeys the code I've written." Clay realizes the only way to stop it is to destroy the entire system, and the beekeeper's existence with it. The final duel. In a towering data chamber surrounded by cascading honeycomb-like servers, Clay faces Crane. The fight is brutal, symbolically mirroring two sides of the same code, balance versus control. Clay wins, impaling Crane on a steel rod as fire erupts around them. Crane's last words. "You can't kill the Hive, only replace it." The collapse. Clay manually overloads Dronefire's core, causing the system to self-destruct. The entire Zurich vault collapses as Clay barely escapes through an underground tunnel. The beekeeper's digital archives, their history, their secrets, are gone, rebuilding the Hive. Months later, Clay returns to his quiet farm. He rebuilds his hives, real bees this time, not soldiers. Verona visits him, offering a position to rebuild the organization. "The right way." Clay declines. "The world doesn't need beekeepers anymore. It needs people who remember what balance means." The post-credits stinger honeybee. A surviving data shard from Dronefire reboots in an unknown server farm. A voice says, "Protocol Crane _2.0, initializing." A new Hive is rising. The war for balance isn't over.